If you have a picky eater like me, Cam is such a picky eater. It helps them to see the different colors of food just like sectioned. Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to be talking about all the different feeding products I've used for Cameron in his first year. Thankfully, when it was time for me to do registry shopping, my mom and my grandma were able to tell me, like, you know, you have to add some things on there that he'll be able to use later on, like in his 6th month, 7th month, whatever. It's funny because when you're pregnant and you go registry shopping, you're just thinking about like newborn, like I need these tiny Pampers, I need a humidifier, I need the crib, all that good stuff, which are things that you need, but there's also other things that you might need for later on, like a bouncer or a walker. And in this case, I'll be talking about like feeding products. So let's get into it. Some of the first spoons that I got for Cameron are these little munchkin spoons. And what's good about these when you first start feeding them, which I think they allow you to do that around 4 or 5 months. They're not very deep, and so you're able to just get a small amount of food on there and put it in your baby's mouth to just get them used to the food that they're trying. And also, these types of spoons will change colors if whatever you put on it is too hot for the baby to eat. So say I'm scooping up some cereal to give baby Cam and it's a little too hot, this will turn white and that'll let me know, like, do not put this in his mouth yet because it's too hot. So these, very helpful for the beginning stages. Next, these are also by Munchkin. As you can see, they're a little deeper, so you can get a little more food on there. These do not have the temperature aspect, but I just found that this is a more mature spoon for when they are too old for this kind. There's really not that much food you're gonna get on this type of spoon. So I went from that one to these. And then I got a set, where's this from? I'm not even sure what brand this is. Take and Toss, I'm not even sure what that is. These are a more mature spoon, so I think these are really meant for when the child starts to feed themselves, which Cam is not there yet, but you know, I feed him with this type of spoon. Once he is in that stage, he'll be able to use this fork to kind of try to figure out how to get the food into his mouth. Being a first-time mom, there were a lot of things that I didn't really realize. So one of them is that there are different types of bibs. So, you know, you get the cloth bib for a newborn just to put around their neck so that their drool and the milk doesn't get on their neck. But then I learned there's also these like plastic type of bibs that you put on them when you start feeding them food. And so I don't really know why they have these little pockets here if they don't sit open, because it really doesn't do much, but it's nice to have the plastic because if you get food running down their mouths, it protects the clothes from getting wet. So these are good for the early stages as well. Now, as they start getting older and they're getting more of those like finger foods that they can pick up on their own, I recommend getting one of these. It's kind of like a rubber material, but what's really nice about these is the pocket. So now, like when Cameron picks up food, he'll pick up like a whole handful of whatever I'm feeding him and drop most of them along the way and get like one piece of whatever it was in his mouth. So when he does that now, it all just falls into here and I don't have to worry about it being in his lap or on his brand new outfit that I probably just put on him. I don't really know what brand this is. Lil Peng it says, but I'll link it. I'm gonna find it and I'll link it down below. So this is actually what he's using now, so 2 thumbs up for those. In terms of bowls, in the very beginning, I was just feeding him out of the jar and I was getting those really small 2-ounce jars because I really wasn't sure what types of things he would like. And so it was really like a lot of taste testing. So in the beginning, I would feed him out those jars. Then we moved on to these little bowls, and so I would put like a full jar or a half jar, whatever, into this bowl, and then I would feed him out of that. What's nice about these, what brand? These are Nook. What's nice about these is that they have a cover, and so on days where Cam wouldn't want like the full amount of food that I would put in here, I wouldn't have to dump it. I would just put the top on it, throw it in the fridge, try again later. Next, we moved on to these. I believe these are Munchkin brands. These. So it came actually in a 3-pack, and there's a smaller size in this. This is the medium size, and there's a bigger one. And what I love about these is the suction cup. I started using these, I think Cameron was around like maybe 5 or 6 months. And so at that point, he's moving things around and trying to dump stuff. And so I just wet the bottom, plop it on his tray, and he can't move it. I usually will put like snacks and stuff in here. So when he's done eating, I'll attach it to his tray and leave the room, let him do his thing. He'll just pick his snacks up, eat them, and the bowl doesn't go anywhere. So that's been good. And as the variety of food expanded for him, I got him one of these plates, and these are by Replay. I don't know. Again, I'll find it and link it down below. But what's nice about this is just the different sections. If you have a picky eater like me, Cam is such a picky eater. I think it helps them to see the different colors of food just like sectioned. These don't have a suction cup at the bottom, so anytime I'm feeding him from this, I'm holding it in my hand and just feeding him like that, because otherwise it'd be all over everywhere. So now we're at the point where I did find some plates. I haven't even opened these yet. These are by Munchkin. I do have plates where they are sectioned like the other ones I just showed you, but they have a suction as well. And so these will be the new ones that he's trying for now. So I got 2 of those, and they should be good. So that's pretty much all the feeding products I've been using for him this past year. I think we're gonna stick with these rubber bibs that come out and these suctioned plates for quite some time, until he's able to kind of figure it out. And I think hopefully in the next few months he'll start trying to use this fork to feed himself. But I just wanted to throw this video out there because I know how clueless I was as a first-time mom, and I am learning so much. As I continue to learn, I'll continue to make these videos and just share the information that I'm learning. I'll probably do another video soon just with bottles. So we use the Tommy Tippy brand. I'll show the different sizes we've used, and I'll also show some of the sippy cups that we've gone through. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if it was helpful, if it was stuff you already knew, if you have questions, if there's anything I left out in the description that I said I would put down there. And yeah, thanks for watching.